Hello everyone, welcome back to the channel. So for today's topic, this one is going to be for the women, more specifically. Not that guys can't chime in, right? Of course we want to keep conversation respectful, but this one is mainly for the women. So I got a scenario that I'm going to pose, right? It's just a short story, and I want the women to just kind of say how they would react to the situation. Now, I know that everyone is different. Everyone handles situations different, right? Which is why we have so many perspectives, and those perspectives are what I would like to hear, right? And I think that it could shine some light on just the many different ways that people handle situations and what we would agree is a healthy way to handle it and what's not. Now, on this channel, we want 100% honesty, right? Now, we all know that online there's a level of anonymity, right? And so, it's a gift and a curse. But, if you are unsure about if the way that you handle things is toxic or not, right? Well, this is a way to, maybe get a bit of perspective, right? Because I don't want to say someone's right or wrong, but maybe food for thought, right? So without further ado, let's get into it. So let's say that there's a guy that likes you, right? And he's, not ugly, not the most handsome guy in the world, but he approaches you, right? And, it doesn't matter really the context. The thing that matters is that he approached you, right? He, said, hey, nice to meet you. This is my name. What's your name? Yada, yada. Just a normal conversation. He thinks that you're attractive and would like to get to know you better. Now, let's say that, you find this guy to be average, you kind of so-so. But, maybe you're not 100% looking for something right now, but you're like open to the idea, right? So there's kind of like that fine line that you're like, I could or I couldn't, right? Just kind of 50-50, right? So you exchange information and you go on about your business. Now, right, if you decide not to follow up on the situation, like as in you decide, maybe I'm not interested in this guy after all, or I have too much going on right now to indulge in something like that, or to pursue something, right? Whatever the situation is, you decide, no, I'm not going to do that. Now, here's the question for y'all. That guy approached you and was interested in you, but you decided you weren't interested in him. So, would you tell him that you are not interested in him in person, or would you tell him that you're not interested in him via text message, or would you not say anything at all, right? Or if you would handle it differently, how would you inform him or not inform him? Okay, so that's my question. You got the scenario, so there's the question. I'd like to hear from y'all just to see what your answer is and the why behind it, right? So give a solid explanation as to why your choice is your choice, right? So again, this is, I want to be as open as possible, and everyone be respectful. It doesn't matter how someone chooses to respond, right? We just want to hear from different perspectives to see how someone responds, okay? Now, I have my thoughts on things, and I'm trying to decide if I want to put my thoughts out there before or after people answer, because I want people to give honest answers. Now, as a guy, right, I have my perspective, right? I don't want to say that this is all guys' perspective, right? But it's my perspective, right? And what I believe would be the mature way of handling things, right? So for now, I'm just going to pose the question and put it out there. I may do a like one of those questionnaires where you ask, hey, would you handle it this way or this way, and just see how people just kind of answer that. But I do want to hear in the comments how you ladies would treat that situation and why. Okay, so I think that this is the start of a cool conversation, and I want to have questions that I pose for males, for females, and people in general, right? So I don't want this to be a, you know, only female questions channel or only male questions, but again, I want us all to put into this pot and get different perspectives. So I don't want to be super long-winded, so that's my question. Ladies, this one's for you. I'd like to hear from y'all, and I think it would be helpful for a lot of other women and men to hear different perspectives. So please let us know how y'all would handle that situation. Thanks.